life, you saw abundance. Every day of your life, your thoughts were momona. Then you wouldn't hoard, you wouldn't compete for resources, you wouldn't take the last opihi. Your world would encompass everyone. And so, when I look before me, the sea of faces, I think of what the prophecy was that Kumujan shared. Ho ale kalepo po polo. The people of the land will rise and restore pono to the land. And Kumujan talked about pono, that it shouldn't necessarily be defined, but witnessed. It's witnessed in the thriving of the land and the flourishing of the people. And it comes from you. You have the ano, you have the seeds within you that must be planted, that must come forth to make our island momona again. And those who have come to our shores, our brothers and sisters from the neighbor islands and from around the world, you have that seed too, and you must plant the pula pula and let it flourish. You must make your stand. You must have thoughts of momona, more than enough, so that your world may include everyone.
We need Molokai in Hawaii. We need you to succeed at what you're contemplating today. Because I really believe that we are in an enormous crisis, both here locally as on the earth. We are in trouble. In many ways, when I look back in my life, my great regret is that from a young boy I saw it coming, the taking and not giving back on a daily basis. I saw it coming. And my really great regret, I couldn't do anything about it. So when you talk about vision, you have to have it. Because if you don't, somebody else will. I would like to talk about crisis and the issue of whether we get up and find success or we don't. I'd prefer to do it through something that I know, and it's through voyaging. There were those who understood that Hokule needed to succeed. Hokule had to succeed. They knew that the leadership that was governing her couldn't do it. We were too broken. The leadership that we needed to have these kinds of new, renewed qualities. Courage. It needed to have vision. It needed to know the commitment to do the whole thing. And it needed to understand the power of being unified. That leader that emerged is my great navigator. And he's my father. You want to go to Tahiti? Why? He says, you need to understand the power of vision. You need to see your destination. You need to know the path that you need to take. And when you go down that path, the main thing is you need to know who you serve. Why are you going? You will do nothing if you don't unify. If you are not united, you'll never get your community with you. And you will never do anything without them. He said, get together, know your vision, know your values, share it, articulate it. They will come. But he said, be careful how you define your community. These are his words now, yeah? Never define your community by the differences of race or geography. That'll destroy you. Define it by those who believe in you. Those that believe in your vision and your values, that come for the purpose to work and to learn and to grow and to share. He said, you folks never had a sail plan for success. Do not compromise planning. I want you to figure out every single step that you need to do to make sure that you are successful at finding Tahiti. What I would impose upon you, one particular thought, when we look at the destination of sustainability, sustainability is a tool, not a goal. It's got to be about children. If we can't agree to that and come around and be united around that, I don't know what we can. All you need to do is get together. And let me just say in final, when you guys set the course, you're setting it for us. When you're successful, we will succeed. When you become powerful, we will be empowered. When you become intelligent and educated, teach us that in many ways you are together. You're in this room. I sense of the course you're taking that you all believe is absolutely the one you got to take. And my sense, even though I don't know you, and I say this with great humility, it's one that you cannot let fail.
So when we first started talking about this sustainability conference, like has been repeated over and over again by all the speakers, we knew that we had to incorporate our youth. And we wanted them to feel like they had an opportunity to share their vision, like Nainoa was talking about, a vision for our island that is healthy, abundant, beautiful, and united. And so we came up with this idea to host a contest, and we called it the My Sustainable Molokai Youth Contest. Well, you know, the thing about the youth, is they get it. Our kids get it, our OPO, they get it. You go talk to them about sustainability, and you talk to them about what is possible for our future, the potential of what our community and our island can look like, and they get it. And it's so inspiring to work with them and feel their excitement. And we just hope that excitement and that vision that they hold will never die, and that's kind of our kuleana, to keep them excited about that.
A land in time will change its scape, roads and buildings will grow. Yet Earth has a chance to maintain its shape from mountains to valleys below. People who relied on this land's fruit tried to pass it on. Generations to come must follow suit before these elements are gone. As the soil dries and rainfall stops, we need to help it fast. By using our hands to maintain crops, our way of life will last. If we harness the power of wind, land, and sea, life will continue to progress. To begin again begins with me. Molokai deserves no less.
I enjoy like some fish pond, like a fish pond wall, and some lo'is, and they got this waterfall, and then this right here symbolizes us, the Molokai Nuyahina. You can see the moon or the kukui leaf and stuff, and it's like us shining and working for the same cause and make Molokai a sustainable place for the future.
In my 4 years at Akula School, we participated in a program called PRISM, which stands for Providing Resolutions and Integrity for a Sustainable Molokai. And so this program is used as the basis for the environmental issues that the students investigate at that school. Students are encouraged to learn about environmental issues on Molokai, create our own opinions about these issues, and make informed decisions based on what we learned.
What sustainable means to me is it's set up for a particular purpose. Humans are able to meet their needs and express their greatest potential in present while preserving biodiversity and natural ecosystems, planning and acting for the ability to maintain these ideals for future generations.
When I think of a sustainable Molokai, I see my dad on his boat fishing for my family and his friends. I see how my dad gives fish to other people and gets deer meat, sweet potatoes, or mangoes. I also see my mom and myself planting cabbage, tomatoes, and broccoli in our backyard.